calculate if the few Nuer want to join Jonathan ruling to come and fight the Padang people because we live in the land where the oil is produced. They are miscalculating it, and I'm telling it here they are miscalculating it. They're gonna go back the same square they were in. They're gonna weigh the life of their own innocent Nuer, or they're gonna weigh the life of innocent Sudanese. Like people, if they kill people in Padang, they are Sudanese people. They are killing Sudanese people for no reason. And they are not coming to fight in Juba. If they want to come to go and fight with Juba, let them go. We're not going to talk about it as Padang people. Let them go to Juba. But if they want to plan war, they want to start fighting in Padang area so they can occupy the land, so they can say Padang must be kicked out in the region, they can go to Bargadal. We are not going to Bargadal. Even God come and say, go to Bargadal. We're not going to go to Bargadal. Did we came from Bargadal? We didn't come from Bargadal. We came from the east part when people migrated. If they know the history of migration, we didn't come, nobody from Padang come from Bargadal. So they always telling the wrong stories. And when we correct them, they say, because you are Denka, that's why you're saying this. I know there's some few Nuers who know the truth, like this guy, I'm seeing his face right here. When he said something to his brother Nuer, let her not fight, let be Nuer, they said this guy, Chawi the luck ejang. And when we say something here at the Denga to tell our brother, they say, oh, Jin Jang. So now you will see this month, if God is not going to forbid, they want the Nuer of Bantu, they want to go and fight Werap. Because last month, the militia from Werap, I mean, the Catarate from Werap came to attack one community in Western Afan. And now they want to make this as a big deal. And they used to go back and forth, They come and kill people in Fariang, and people of Fariang, they never run after them like they do. They go and kill people in Biemnam, and the people of Biemnam, they never come to Bantu, where there is the Bull Bantu and Jekeng Bantu. These are the two communities are categorized in our side. And then if you go to the other side, to Werap and to Agar, these are Gajok. I mean, not, these are what they call, there is a duck, and there is there's the two Ador, there is Ador Nuer, and then there is the Nuang Nuer. These are the people who go to Werap, and the people of Bull. They're neighbors. If you keep fighting your own neighbors, and if something happened, like what happened in 86, what happened in 86, 87, when the Nuer flooded in Bantu, when the Nuer, and even before that, in the 70s, when the Bantu flooded, all the Nuer from Jekeng, they come to ruin land. That's why you see some of the cattle camp in the Nuer, in the Denka Paru, they were named with the name name Nuer. They came as the neighbors. And you should remember, every time you have to have a neighbor. Something you never happen in the history can happen. And then if something happen in the Nuer, they can be run to the Denka. They will be their neighbor. Like the people from Lair, when the war broke out in 2013, they ran to Werap. Even now, we still have over 100 Nuer from Lair. They are there in Werap. And Yeb was saying it's the war between Denga and the Nuer. How come the Nuer gonna stay with the Denga if it is the war between Nuer and the Denga, instead of saying it was a political miscalculation? So our brothers from Nuer, if the war never win from those of Dalachual, those of Gaitut, those of Bolnyawan, and then come to Anyanyatu, those of, and then come to John Garang, if the Nuer never win on the rebellion, where do they think they're gonna win? Because if you want to change the revolution, do it like the way the Junubin were doing against Sudan. But if you say you're going to do only one tribe against the whole country in the south, you're never gonna win. Even Ngunde and it come join you or Muhammad or Jesus, you're never gonna win. You're not gonna win. Although you have one person can shoot 10 bullets, 10 gun with your fingers, you're not gonna win. Because those people who want to fight the government, they're bleeding blood. They can be killed. And the people you say you want to kill them, they also have blood. You can't just say, I'm going to do you like this, I'm going to do you like this. No. I'm sick and tired of my brothers from the Nuer, intellectual from the Nuer. They are the same like the analytically Nuer. They don't convince themselves. Now you see a lot of the kids in school in Uganda who were supporting by their father. They're no longer in school anymore because when they rebel, they don't get paid. And the kid, no one paying them in school. And I witnessed one of the Nuer child talk to me. I explain all the situation, and I cannot do anything to him or to her. So my meeting go back to Padang. I said it last time. Padang people, you need to stand up and stand by. As Daniel Trump said, stand up and stand by. Because if they want to come and fight us, we're not going to put our arm. We cannot put our arm in the back, fold our hand, and say, let the rebel come and kill us. We're going to do the same thing we did in 1991 to defend ourselves. We're going to do the same thing we did in 2013 to defend ourselves. We don't defend ourselves because of oil. Oil is not belong to us. We don't drink that oil. A lot of our people dying because of that oil. And you see now in Juba, official Padang, they're living in a hotel that you can pay $50 a day. But most Nuer people, these people who destroy the country, the official, they sleep with $120 a day. The same thing to Bargadal, the same thing to Equatoria. So where is the oil is helping us here? Huh? So oil is killing us. So if they want to eat that country, let them stop fighting so they can benefit from the oil. But
hey, brother James.
Hold on, don't interrupt me. Give me a second.
No, not touch well yin. You invited Bango. Kujala Banki, Kubanji Kajal, we ban. We jam what the topic the oil pollution, Kujala in Auditor General Kaka Chikrang, a 40 release about 5% oil to the oil producing area in Kual. A canina Bogban Jamti, Ukanya Abatin in Ngo. At an end of Boga detail, Kaka oil, threat, Boka Ben Queen. We were Chakale, Ban Daniel. I salute you too, Comrade Magog. Thank you always for being with us. I appreciate your presence, but I'm already sleeping, so I will just have the information.
I a bit of Magog. I've been sleeping with you. I don't care
okay.
Mother.
Okay. Okay, so thank you. So this oil is not benefit us as Padang people. We are suffering. The whole of Finland are suffering from the oil. Even if it's not located in the Nuer area, it still affect them because when the Nile flooded, with the water, all the small tribute full with water, like what happened last year, it can kill everybody because you go and drink, your animal is going to drink, and your fish, the fish that we eat from the Nile, it's gonna drink the same water. So we are not benefiting from the oil. So brothers from the Nuer, they need to understand they cannot fight the war again it has while we are in the same place. We in the same place, we're gonna be in the same place until the end of this world. We're gonna be in Afinal, we're gonna be in the Western Afinal and Eastern Afinal. This is our area. We're not going anywhere. And if you want to fight the war that was created to fight the government, if you want to turn it back away from the government and you want to come fight for them, it will be a difficult fight. It will be a difficult fight. Nobody gonna like it. And they see last time when the White Army went and attacked people in Maluth. They killed people in Maluth and they got killed too. And that's the reason I said they have blood, they're bleeding. If they're bleeding, they can die. And also, if they die, they leave their children behind, like the person died in Padang. You leave your children behind, the same thing. So why we kill neighbor killing them, the neighbor is not good. Something will happen in the history of people, like what happened to people of southern Kordofan, people from Nuba Mountain. They are now a refugee in Ruang, and they've never been a refugee from Sudan in Ruang in centuries. And you see what happened when there war rebellion in southern Kordofan, in Blue Nile, in Darfur. Then what happened? So Nuer, they need to understand, even natural disaster can happen in the Nuer area. And where they're gonna go? They're gonna go to these people they are targeted. They're gonna be hosted by the Padang people, or they're gonna be hosted by the Bargadal people. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody. We need all each other. Like in Bantu. In Bantu now, we got a lot of Nuer working in Ajuangto. In the refugee camp, they are from Nuer. And we have a lot of Nuer working in Ida. And this area is in ruin. And the people keep coming every time now and kill people in ruin. We don't go and retaliate. And everybody know in South Sudan. Even last month in Afro, they went and captured somebody in his rock and take him away and go and tie him on the tree and kill him, abuse him. When people want to take a picture, the leaders from Division 4, they don't want people to take the picture because 90% of Division 4 are Nuer. Militia of Taban, militia of Paltham, they are all there. And they killed somebody too in Birmingham. And they forget that they got put the bad history in the image of Denga Ruwe. Because in the future, that will make people hit each other for generations to come. Because you cannot kill somebody like that. Innocent person is the civilian who keep his cow, and then you come kill him like that. So let them try. I'm not convinced them not to go to fight. Let whatever they want to do, what they believe the war will give them, let them continue with. I'm not here to advise them not to go to fight. Let them go. Last time I told them, let's go to Maluth, let's go to Rang. They will face it because they have a blood. They can believe. Why should we waste our time talking about them? Let them go do what they want. Huh? And my last message to Padang people, I hear every time in bigger now queen, Kulok Louis ignore. She will like a day about Elwit. Kuluk Shamtok, one she will a Kade come and Ben, Katika old Bital. Now by then King come and Ben. Queen on your tala, she tried way, Kasham. And look appear the Ben appear the live the come and book him. I can one come and which Ben Mukatal Mubiko jam. Legin the king come and Ben. Queen and I ship away like come and I go mad. So the then you could leg wake no quite sharp the Padang. Agidom eat Kero. Bagroda tea that can she quite be knocked now on Nego if he added the Pibaliet, which she quite be knocked now on Nego if you went to. And I can deal with Balagway, like in the Hill, like Junumusudan, I've been moping up here. Let go for it. Because okay, Junubina Ben. And then I will Gallica be Junuba be Mokum up here, Gallianke and Yanke credit. I can't want to call you creditness. Especially local shall but down till well, okay, creditness. I can't quite work. Why human work well and Galti, you get out of a donkey, Chimpio, come when I get bet. So to look at a fly, Kabder Angel, to look at a fly, Abder Angel. So yeah, Nikidian we Belaka be our brother from the Noel Beeping and Guy will let you get from the jingle with the Ben. No heaven a jam tongue again. So now I hear laughing, okay, your own problem. I share my problem. The Guinea you got one. Kujala Jonathan willing. Let them come. Let them come. Achiran jay. Lagin biakuma because a lot of oil. Could be Kaja Chamtini, a big Lego. The Bika Chamtini, even rebel, being near big oil, big chat, big Acham no. Eke don't we because we were government turn to that nigga gum. Eka gam leadership of IO because la take. Aglo ekicham ekinya the wall. And then oil in a resort buy in South Sudan. Why do you like to destroy them? Last time they destroyed Bantu, and the same Bantu they return to. They destroy Malakal. The same Malakal they are claiming. They destroy Botao, and the same Botao they destroy. These people are out of touch. So abija lona kuma, ebe akuma bikapal, abija akede na bugya oy. Lakin jama chuko pal, ning jam ka den so siyo. Ni jana so dia mine, lakin duko be lo ya filen ulo ka chinga legen ka chinga lwele. Let are not full of people are rich, people on the ground. Abuke ga ping, kugleki ke wo, kuboku jawo kida kwene nwere kwene. Chimane nwere jam gi today, yesterday. The more we know ping kilo topic ki topic lo divert ke lu ko ni ma kren lu ko ni ma tan ko ni pinya chan mo ko ja beauty cafe lagin tanga lo rot abro loy chiro chang lo e penny ka bro lo ya ta because they click lo plan na chiria ke be pol ko be plan ara na padang bi na la ya la ga ke lo ke wele ne de mo ke jam Facebook wala ya akabaga kitu gami ko ano kulwele bana chintu ko na lwe ko ku lewe ne Facebook ben kan o ge pinga to nwe ko ka de mat o ge mat kan re ko le ko da chen we ben ne useless ade nwe chi wuj baile ade nwe chi wuj ko ken ga ka lui ka defeat all the time if I jol wel gala ka lui ara ru ko ge be re hoteli chodio lo no ko le o ga wuj bu baile liberate e baile liberate ki re in a hotel. You are waiting the resource of the country in a hotel and you say you liberate from who? A shame. Thank you.
Bangor, I don't know. Magog is went somewhere here. I don't know. The Magog Latin around ko book me I can to talk. Lakin I ben ka book me. Bangor ka loirot giang padang ke man wo ke lek ke lele kana loirot. I can luen chuk luel. Ko wulan yan wo chu lui pel man ka chi ya governor ro ri ten wo padang ta watan wo ka chi yan ten lui pel. Well, up to now that in a post. Our okay. Yeah, you can yeah, karang I de kana chalia bai. Okay, before I talk, I will give my chance to Magog Ago Chibe Lanin. Magog, I was the one to say something, but before I say something, because we want to let you say something before, because you came and sit there. But our time is running close, and we give you 5 to 7 minutes, and then we give each other 2 minutes, three people. I will give you a chance to go ahead. We're talking about Ujumbata Olony is coming with confusing soldiers, with confusing military, with confusing commanders. The Padang area and everywhere. So we're just telling other people.
Daniel.
Kadang okay, kalau I think anji telepon di gue sekarang cok. Kaya ya?
Angot. Awi below 10 or the telephone gan.
Oh, kadil de randang di kerang. Okay, kalau mau go just go ahead, I will come back. Go ahead.
Well, how are you, everybody? Yes, I saw the whole point of topic. It's written right there. And I heard it earlier too from other people talking about Olony, Gatwech, and Mabor Dhol mobilize the ragtag supporters who they call rebels, and they are moving toward the areas of our civilian, Padang and Great Upper Nile State. Yes, nobody should be surprised. On my part, I'm encouraging my boys in Padang, the youth. Like I said before, they shouldn't be wasting their ammunition because the 0 hour is coming. They should stand up and do what they're good at, defending themselves and their properties. So if they come, they shouldn't be surprised, and they must be ready, and they should be awake 100%. So when those criminals show up, they will meet their wish in a great way, just like when they encourage those guys or the criminals from Ulang area of Upper Nile. They came and met what they came to get, whether it is good or it is bad. They enjoyed it very well, and I'm 90% sure they're not going to come blindly the way they did. So Olony, Garwedwell, and Mabodol, they did not left the Upper Dang areas or Malakal in particular peacefully. It was not an agreement that was signed on the table for them to leave and go reside where they are mobilizing now to come and attack our civil population in Upper Nile. So my message to our youth is to stand by, stay ready, don't waste your weapon. If your Kalashnikov is dirty, keep it clean, get it ready, and let them come see the party. This is my message to our boys, my boys. Hopefully they hear my message. Thank you, brothers. God bless.
Thank you very much, Magog. And then this is what is Young Padang is about. Let us wait for the Wolony is coming, and wherever they going to, we just let the people know, because Wolony is the man too. So we're not gonna say it's not nothing. Let them come and you close your door. No, you don't need to close your door. You need to let your door open. So because when you're not coming inside the door, it's gonna burn you up with inside. So you need to make sure you ready with kabrit betak. Why aja betak? So why aja betak? You need to get ready. They are in a garden gule padang. Panina ma derin a towel kadira. Or I give you 2 minutes. Brother Kir in bakwan gam 2 minutes. Baku in conclude, and then we gotta go now. Chandamanda over lolo. In bagam 2 minutes to send a message to Padang, and then more also 2 minutes to send your message to Padang, and then I will be the last person.
All right, thank you, family. Be safe.
Thank you, Magog. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Brother Matektek. I also thanks the other participants, like the famous Matanganyor General, Magog Gang. You know, I don't feel good at a point like where all the warmongers are putting people into their shoes. I don't like thinking worst or thinking song of worst, but I fight. But now we are at the point of where every one of us in South Sudan will become a warmonger, and this is not the culture we want. We want a culture of feast. We want a culture of solidarity. We want a culture of achievements. I don't see reasons as to why these generals take people back to wars and wars and wars, and these wars, none of them won any war. I believe General Garidwal Oath was the SPLA veteran. I think the wars he won were the SPLA military combats against the Sudanese armed forces. But the wars he has been fighting along since 1991 on the tribal lines has won him nothing. Just only Gatwech or Gatwech did, as we know him as our nephew of the Dinkas. And he has failed everything. Gatwech has shown the spirit of being SPLA freedom fighter, a son of a Dinka girl, and a cousin, a rare man to a Dinka, a rare man who is also a Dinka cousin. We don't feel good, and I don't feel good when we see our eldest in the likes of Samuel Garidwal still fight war after war, which no more than the death of both sons of Nue, Dinka, and other tribe in South Sudan. My message to Padang and to our brothers in the region of Upper Nile and at large, please, brothers, let's stop wars. The wars we are fighting, we have witnessed them. I knew when I was in my village of Bata, when SPLA collided with the Anyanya 2, I ran a lot in my bushes of Bata. But the war ended only with SPLA victory. There was no Anyanya 1 or Anyanya 2. All these forces were observed with SPLA, and that observation has led us to a tangible result of the independent South Sudan, of which fighting wars on tribal lines will not help us. Of course, we have some problems, not only that are facing Nuer citizens of South Sudan, or only Dinkas, or Mondari, Kashifo, Nyangora, and so forth. The country is not delivering services to all of us. Then why are we fighting our civil populations if our civil population are not benefiting from the country that we call our country? We have to stop wars. We have to stop assumption. That's what I may put across to other brothers in South Sudan. I'm a Dinka by background, by culture, but not that Dinka is so important than other tribes in South Sudan. But I know more of a Dinka culture compared to other ethnicities in South Sudan's cultures. When Dinka go to war, Dinka don't assume that the other side is so weak. When we go, we'll crush them in a second. No. Whether you are weak or strong, Dinka has to assume that he's going to war with somebody. And when that war becomes soft for him, yes, he will claim victory. If that war becomes tough, then Dinka will retreat and prepare for another war, a consistent war. But on the side of, especially our brothers Nuer of SPLA in opposition or other oppositions, brothers stop assuming that there are other opponents. The Dinka, whether the Dinka civilians, don't assume that these guys will just run away as if they are gazelles in the forest. No. You have to accept the realities of the war. War as victories and defeats is must. But when you base on assumption, you automatically end up into defeat. Be prepared. Acknowledge that when you go to war, there are two sides of the war, victory and defeat. When you claim victory, you will get defeat. When you take war as a war with its two sides, this is where you will gain victory. I would like to stop here telling my people, the civilian population of Padang, the neighboring tribes, to be maximum alert, not to confront those militias that are on the war land or on the offensive, as our intelligence as illustrated. Just only they should have to seek either protection if this conflict is going to erupt at any time. Thank you, the Padang media team. Thanks your participant, and both on the positions and on the government side. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
And bye. Bye.
Thank you, Kirin. Chúc lễ giờ join us Saturday. Live on Saturday. Tomorrow 2 minutes, man. Couple, let's go. 2 minutes. In Bekudu, in your message, the last message.
No, I don't have anything to add.
In chứ tôi á.
Yeah.
Cái yên we chặt cái lễ giờ we quay còn we đại còn cái đầu we mất giờ tôi bây giờ nó Padang people. Cái quay lên này căng lôi cái nor. Và cái có book lẹ cái lôi we giờ cái này lôi cái nor. Và yên cái này nó có book lẹ cái Padang chana lôi cái nor. Bây giờ về cái anh lôi là bây giờ team chứ có được. Và như là nó bên Allah đến lôi ko we chắc cái lễ we còn we chỉ bên này call we giang ở Padang we chắc cái lễ giờ nhà lì cái nó bên. Nhà lì cái we mình đại đến cái địa tại nên nó mình Eastern time đó mình đi lò đấy tại nên tập vào.
Have a good trip. Thank you.
Yes, I need to find out why that. So thank you, Daniel.
Yeah, tại nên thank you very much.
ga ba ye ga so ra wo ye banga banga du no ye kwa la manyango banga bo ba ti na wenyin kwa la manyango banga bo yerme na ye ko la ka jira nyo de nyin itora bo ro na konen tinya para ju mara ya jo ra wo ji dia wo ke bai loi bai bai to dam bai na ngum ke para ju mara ya jo ra wo ji dia wo ke bai loi bai bai to dam bai na ngum ke yo je ya bai jam dam mu so ra chin ke ya ki Baya ko ga du ti tan tinere tungo de wa ya to unwa ne binga re ga ja ni ya na ye baya ko ga du ti tan tinere tungo de wa ya to unwa ne binga re ga ja ni ya na weneri so ra ya na del ko ya ne kotkan bantara to wa ne de
Berana ben jo dong atiai we bajeng na no padang we chakele ya re je na kar show da wo ke no ko yiran bo join yo masabit wala gable yo masabit zato chane Monday ko ko Tuesday ya wo na de kairo tem wo la live anytime lakin Saturday ya yom na no wo lui live je we chakele ya re nyali ke we good night le everybody. Good morning to do we fight out. Thank you.